A significant winter storm is on the verge of causing major disruptions across the United States, and this could impact your Thanksgiving plans. Currently, an intense winter storm is moving across the Midwest and Great Lakes. But what if I shared that there is an even bigger winter storm following closely behind this one? This upcoming winter storm is expected to bring a widespread 6 to 10 inches of snow across the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Ohio Valley in the next few days. This affects regions such as Chicago, Milwaukee, and areas just south of Minneapolis, where we might see localized spots receiving up to 15 inches of snow. This situation will lead to a very active weather pattern due to multiple weather systems converging at once. Bitter cold air is colliding with a series of storm systems. How these elements align will dictate where heavy snow falls and where strong storms develop. So, in this forecast, we will break down precisely what you need to know about this major winter storm that is set to hit a substantial part of the United States right after the big Thanksgiving holiday. We have a wealth of information to cover in this forecast, which includes 3 different winter storms that could affect the United States over the next 7 days. Let us begin with the first one, which is currently unfolding. At this moment, we have a large low-pressure system positioned over the Great Lakes and southern Canada. This will continue to produce heavy snowfall throughout today, Thanksgiving. The most intense snow will occur in the upper peninsula of Michigan and also in central and northwestern Michigan, where an additional 12 to 18 inches of snow is possible. Throughout the afternoon, we will see the lake effect snow rapidly intensifying near Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, with snowfall rates potentially hitting 3 inches per hour. Therefore, a significant amount of snow is expected throughout the day today. Tonight, snow will not taper off much unless you're in the upper peninsula of Michigan, as hefty bands of lake effect snow will persist across the Great Lakes. By tomorrow morning, the story will remain unchanged, with those bands of heavy snow continuing. Our lake effect snow likely will not lessen until late Friday night. By that time, we will also be monitoring the development of our next winter storm in the central and northern plains. We will discuss this further in just a moment. Regarding total snowfall accumulation from this lake effect snow event over the next 48 hours, we anticipate significant accumulations. We are particularly focused on northern and central Michigan, the upper peninsula of Michigan, and locations in western New York, Pennsylvania, and northeast Ohio. In these areas, we expect many regions to receive at least 6 to 12 inches of snowfall. In the pink areas on the map, we could easily see over 1 foot of snowfall. Therefore, there's a lot of snow on the way for both Thanksgiving and Black Friday. If you have travel plans in these areas, particularly near the Great Lakes, please stay aware of the weather. Strong wind gusts are also occurring alongside all this lake effect snow and around this low pressure system. Sadly, more than 50,000 people are currently without power this morning across Wisconsin and Michigan due to this storm system, and this number may increase today. Heading into late Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a major winter storm will impact millions across the United States. This storm is projected to disrupt numerous travel plans as we move forward. Let's delve into the details. By Friday night, a low-pressure system will be moving over the Rocky Mountains. This will significantly enhance the storm system as we transition into Saturday, leading to even heavier snowfall. Light to moderate snowfall will extend from Montana into Iowa and Minnesota, with some rainfall expected across the central and southern plains. Early Saturday morning, this storm will rapidly intensify across the Midwest. Take a look at this dark blue area over Iowa, Missouri, and parts of Illinois and Nebraska. Heavy snowfall is predicted for Saturday morning, with snowfall rates reaching up to 3 inches per hour. This means that snow will accumulate quite rapidly in this region. As we move into Saturday afternoon, the heavy snowfall will expand from central Nebraska into western Ohio, just outside Cincinnati. Isolated strong to severe storms may develop across the deep south and southern plains throughout Saturday. By the evening, that heavy snow will broaden its coverage over Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana. The heaviest snowfall will be situated over central Illinois and central Indiana Saturday night, leading to potential significant travel impacts. Many areas could see over 6 to 10 inches of snow, which can hinder travel. Saturday tends to be a high-traffic travel day, especially following Thanksgiving. By Sunday morning, this storm system will continue moving across the Great Lakes. Moderate to heavy snow will persist across the Great Lakes and the Northeast. late Sunday into early Monday, that snow will mostly exit the United States, paving the way for another major winter storm anticipated around Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. This will affect regions stretching from Oklahoma all the way into New England. We'll dive into this topic a bit more shortly. Now, there is much more to discuss in today's forecast, including snowfall accumulation predictions. Before we get too far into that, let's take a moment to introduce today's video sponsor. Your health matters just as much as the weather we monitor. I used to put off doctor visits frequently because I didn't know where to begin, whom to trust, or how long I'd be holding. Then I had that awakening moment when I realized something was not quite right and decided I could no longer wait. I recall spending days convincing myself that nothing was wrong while the pain in my leg persisted. Deep down, I understood something was amiss, but I was hesitant about the hassle of finding the appropriate doctor. That is exactly why today's forecast is brought to you by ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free website where you can search for and compare quality in-network doctors, select the one that meets your needs, and instantly book an appointment. ZocDoc covers more than just one type of care. They have over 100,000 providers available across nearly every specialty, from primary care to dental care, eye care, urgent care, mental health, and much more. It truly is a one-stop shop for all your healthcare needs. You can skip the phone calls and the dreaded hold music, as ZocDoc allows you to manage everything online. When you locate the doctor you need, you can view their actual appointment availability. Moreover, ZocDoc helps you secure appointments quickly, typically within 24 to 72 hours of booking, and even same-day appointments are an option. Don't delay or risk your well-being. Get the care you need today. Visit ZocDoc.com/maxvelocity to find and book an excellent doctor right away. That's ZocDoc.com/maxvelocity to find and schedule an exceptional doctor today. I sincerely thank ZocDoc for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back into the forecast. In terms of total snowfall accumulations, this winter storm is projected to deliver a substantial quantity of snow. We anticipate widespread amounts ranging from 6 to 10 inches of snow throughout southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, including Chicago. Near Des Moines, we expect around 10 to 12 inches of snow from this winter weather event. Chicago itself will likely see about 7 to 8 inches of snow, though I have less confidence regarding totals right over in St. Louis in central and northern Missouri. I believe this model is potentially overstating snowfall accumulation near the rain and snow dividing line. I suspect the accumulation totals will be much lower, probably closer to 3 to 6 inches, maybe 4 to 8 inches of snow. Regardless, plenty of snow is headed to those regions. Additionally, in Wisconsin, we expect a widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow. If you're near Milwaukee, there's a better chance of seeing upwards of 8 to 10 inches of snow. As for Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana, I would anticipate at least a widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow in those areas. The further west you are, the heavier the snow you're likely to experience, as the low-pressure system will be stronger and moving more slowly. However, I have less confidence regarding snowfall predictions for St. Louis and the central and northern Missouri area. This model may be overestimating the snow accumulation near that dividing line between rain and snow. I expect totals in that region to be much lower, probably closer to 3 to 6 or perhaps 4 to 8 inches of snow. Regardless, significant snow is on the way for these areas. In Wisconsin, a general forecast of 3 to 6 inches seems apt. For those around Milwaukee, there's a better chance of seeing upward of 8 to 10 inches. And in Michigan, Ohio, and even Indiana, I would at least anticipate a widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow. As you move further west, the snowfall amounts will increase due to the strengthening and slower moving low pressure system. Now, let's take a look at this graphic. It illustrates the probability of receiving more than 6 inches of snow from now until Tuesday of next week. Essentially, if you're in the red area, there's at least a 90% chance of seeing over 6 inches of snow. Many places here will likely accumulate even closer to 10 inches, including Chicago and extending back to the areas around Davenport and Des Moines. However, as we move southward, especially around St. Louis and central Indiana, those probabilities drop off quickly. In fact, the chance of seeing over 6 inches of snow in St. Louis is only about 30 to 40%. This is why I pointed out that graphic earlier, noting that this region might not reach the amounts the models indicate, which is upwards of 12 inches of snow. The reason for this lower expectation is that temperatures will likely hover right around or just above freezing during much of this snow event, which will keep snowfall totals much lower. Overall, the odds of experiencing a significant winter storm in St. Louis are not in your favor. However, they are certainly possible in the areas marked in red or orange. This stretches from central Iowa into northern Indiana and northwest Ohio. Now we need to dive deeper into what's happening during the upcoming week across the United States. We are entering a weather pattern where multiple snowstorms will continue to occur. Our first storm has already taken place over the past 24 hours, and another one is expected this weekend. Looking ahead to next week, we may even face another major winter storm, possibly a nor'easter. On Monday morning, we are likely going to see two air masses collide, one coming over the Rockies with moisture from the Gulf. This area right here will be the boundary between our warm and cold air, which is where our storm system will primarily set up and track over on Monday and Tuesday. By Monday night, the GFS model predicts some snow from Oklahoma to Michigan and Indiana, alongside some sleet and freezing rain from Arkansas to Kentucky. It's important to note that we are still about 5 days out, so these details can certainly change. Therefore, I encourage you not to focus too heavily on the specific locations of snow and ice at this time, as adjustments will likely occur over the next couple of days. Especially since a significant storm system is set to arrive this weekend, it will probably alter the track and intensity of the upcoming storm. I mention this simply because next week's forecast is something we should keep an eye on. By Tuesday morning, the storm system will quickly advance northeast, potentially bringing snow and ice from Illinois to New England. Along with that, we might experience heavy rainfall and possibly severe weather across the southeast on Tuesday. Late Tuesday into early Wednesday, snowfall might still be occurring across New England and the Northeast, although the exact intensity of that snowfall remains uncertain. If these predictions hold true, we could see widespread snow amounts of 6 to 12 inches spanning from Missouri all the way into New England between Monday and Wednesday. As we progress later into next week, there may still be more snow opportunities, but it's likely they won't be as significant as what we may expect early on. Nevertheless, we have quite a bit of snow on the way, and winter will certainly arrive with a bang. Another aspect we need to discuss is how chilly temperatures are about to get across the nation. For Thanksgiving Day, we already have below average temperatures stretching from the Midwest all the way to the East Coast, with the coldest weather found in the Ohio Valley. The cold air will intensify tonight into tomorrow along the East Coast, with even parts of Florida experiencing morning temperatures in the 30s. As we move into Friday and Saturday, another wave of cold air will sweep into the central and northern plains. A low-pressure system will move across the Midwest and Ohio Valley, ushering in significantly colder air to those areas. This cold air will be much stronger than what we're experiencing over the next 24 to 48 hours. From Monday into Tuesday, we are looking at a battleground for weather, where our next storm system will develop with cold air to the north and warmer air to the south, setting the stage for another winter storm. By mid to late next week, things are expected to become more uncertain. However, I do anticipate a lower likelihood of seeing significant winter storms towards the end of the first week of December. Today's high temperatures are here to discuss. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. We are seeing 20s and teens in the northern plains and Midwest, while conditions are much more agreeable from Kansas back to the southeast. Looking ahead to tomorrow morning for Black Friday, we will experience a widespread freeze from Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi through the northern plains. Many locations in the northern plains and upper Midwest will see temperatures drop to single digits, with wind chills potentially falling below zero. So please bundle up if you have any outdoor plans for Black Friday. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's forecast. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe below. We plan to go live for winter storm coverage throughout much of Saturday, so do click that bell icon to receive notifications for when we are live. A big thank you to Zach for sponsoring today's forecast. I truly appreciate all the wonderful sponsors supporting our channel. You can find them through the top link in the description below. Please consider supporting them as well. Thank you all so much for tuning in to today's forecast. If you are new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe down below. We plan to go live for winter storm coverage throughout most of Saturday, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and click on the bell icon to receive alerts about when we go live. A huge shout out to Zach for sponsoring today's forecast. I truly appreciate all the wonderful sponsors that support this channel. You can find more about them via the top link in the description below. Please consider supporting them as well. Thank you all for joining today's forecast. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe below. We'll likely have live coverage of the winter storm throughout Saturday, so don't forget to click the bell icon for notifications when we go live. And a special thanks to Zach for sponsoring today's forecast. I truly appreciate the incredible sponsors on this channel. You can find out more through the top link in the description below. It would mean a lot if you supported them too. I also want to extend a huge thank you to Zach for sponsoring today's forecast. I truly appreciate all the wonderful sponsors of this channel. You can check them out through the top link in the description below, and be sure to support them too. I truly value all the wonderful sponsors of this channel. You can find more about them by clicking the top link in the description below. Please consider supporting them as well.